Hey there, poster people! Today we're diving into the colorful world of Minecraft map art. Map art is more than just a decoration. It's an expression of your artistic spirit within the blocky confines of a 128 by 128 pixel map. It's about transforming individual map items into an awe-inspiring masterpiece. Each block and pixel meticulously placed to bring a vision to life. So whether you're an experienced map artist or just curious about the magic of map art posters, join us on this journey as we explore the artistry behind this unique facet of Minecraft and dive into the wonderful world of map art. Let's get started by crafting some basic items. Maps are made using a compass and paper. I'm going to make some extra copies while we are here. I'm also going to grab some item frames and slap them on the wall real quick. The first thing to understand about map art is how to place pixels. So we will activate this first empty map and we will see that it generates an image. Let's walk around to fill in all the borders. Notice how the map updates as we walk around. Maps only update when a player is holding them and in a radius around the player. Using our cartography table, copy the map so we can put it on our wall while carrying another. I'm going to start this world map and we can see our little hut outside the village. Put the poster in our offhand and now when we place blocks, the map will change. Let's explore a few examples of how to start using this fun Minecraft mechanic. If we build some scaffolding up here and climb to the top, then we can place blocks in the shape of letters and it appears as text on the map. To expand our map wall, just walk past the edge of our current map and generate a new map from the blank map. We will know when to do this when the player icon turns into a dot. It helps being prepared with colored blocks and scaffolding, so we can label stuff in the world as we explore the world. We're back from exploring and accomplished filling out the 8 map areas around the base. We found a birch forest, ice spikes biome, desert, cave, village, outpost, and placed down a compass in the corner. Which brings us to symbols. Symbols can be used instead of text to identify landmarks like beacons, posting directional arrows, or marking farm locations. In this world, we decorated the top of a cactus farm to look like the top of a cactus when it appears on the map. Now that we understand pixel placement, let's prepare to make a full map of 128 by 128 blocks. While we are here in the desert, let's find the corner of a map. Use F3 plus G in Java to show the chunk borders. Then we just follow the lines in our map to the corner. If we are playing in Bedrock, then just go close to the corner of the map and place blocks until we know the exact corner pixel. We're going to start flattening out our map area, but we will come back to this later. Let's grab a picture we want to make into map art and use a program to add grids. A popular program that is available for free is griddrawingtool.com. After uploading our chosen image, we can use steps 2, 3, and 4 to make any adjustments. But I am skipping straight to step 5. A map is comprised of 8 chunks by 8 chunks. So let's do the same for our purpose by adjusting both the rows and columns here to 8. I'm going to use a 1 pixel line and change the color to green since the picture has a lot of red already. Hit apply, and now we have a gridded picture that we can download. Returning to the game, we can see the desert was flattened while we were gone. But why did we even need this? Well, first, it's because we need a flat area to place blocks, since elevation changes causes a shade or a highlight. Any flat area will do, but the desert is easy since it is relatively flat and sand can be instant mined with an efficiency 3 diamond shovel. Minecraft 1.14 gave us the ability to lock maps, but before then many artists used to make map art across oceans by using frostwalker boots to walk around the surface while building their artwork. Now it's possible to have a single map area and reuse it 100 times over by locking the map after each poster is completed. We can also technically build in the air, but beware of making a mob farm. The end dimension is also another possibility, but be careful of falling. Unfortunately, we cannot make map art in the nether. Never in the nether. But for beginners like us, we should start on a flat surface. Desert is a good choice since it does not rain or snow here. Snow will build up snow layers and ruin our map art. The issue with rain is lightning storms can strike and light flammable blocks, which can spread and ruin the poster. For reference, it takes 16,384 blocks, or almost 10 full shulker boxes, to fill an entire 128 by 128 poster. Collect some materials that match the picture palette. In this case, it is white wool, black wool, red wool, blue wool, brown wool, sandstone, and some gold for the trouser buttons. We will cover color palettes more in depth in the next method. Now we can start plotting pixels by using the reference picture with grids. Let's start in the corner with the first chunk and begin filling in blocks. Don't forget to use F3 plus G to see the chunk borders or find the corner by referencing the map. Keep referencing the picture, and if any mistakes are made, then we can just replace that block pixel, easy peasy. Before we know it, the whole poster is done. To fix that line at the top, just fill in an extra row. Make sure to make a copy and lock the copy to have a permanent poster. Now we can tear up the blocks if we wanted and reuse them or build on top of it without ruining the locked map. To get prepared for the conversion method, let's set up a creative world. So in Minecraft, select single player. Under the first tab, let's name it Poster World. Set game mode to creative. Difficulty peaceful. Then under the world tab, we are changing the type to super flat with generate structures off. Then customize and presets. You can use one of these presets or switch over to a preset generator. I am using Minecraft.tools to set up a custom preset. The blocks we choose here will be the blank canvas for the poster. There is no right or wrong answer, but for this example, we will start with a desert biome and use the base of 3 bedrock and 61 white wool. Uncheck all of the options and click generate the preset. Then we will take this code and put it back into the preset settings inside Minecraft. Delete the previous code and paste using Ctrl V. Click Use Preset and notice the changes here. Click Done. Then under the third tab, we want to turn off the daylight cycle and the weather cycle. Click Done, then create new. Once we're inside, grab an empty map and find the corner of our first map. Now we can start placing pixels, but why spend hours placing over 16,000 pixels by hand when we can shortcut the process? This is Mapart Craft, hosted by Rebane. Mapart Craft is the most versatile, feature-packed, consistently updated Mapart program out there, and since its release, I have not seen another conversion program that comes close. It is pretty straightforward here. We have our palette with no blocks currently selected. The pick image is where we upload our picture, and in settings we will go through. Notice as soon as I pick a block on the palette, the map preview updates and it displays the materials list on the right. I'm going to go through this quickly and pick my recommended block for each color. These are generally the most common and easiest to farm. I'm going to save this as Posterboy palette and put the link in the description for you to use. Just click the link and select Posterboy palette under presets. Let's select our image in this example. I'm using a Tetris screen capture to make a map art for an arcade that is in progress. Zooming in helps us see the preview better, and now look at the material list. Almost every single block type is used, but we do not need that much color definition. I typically use 10 colors or less, but that is highly dependent on the artwork and style you are using. Leave the mode as schematic. Leave the version as 1.19 unless you are playing an older version. Version 1.19 will work for newer versions of Minecraft. We are making a 1x1 map art, and here are crop options if you need to use it. For now, it is important to turn staircasing off, and notice how we lost some definition in the map art. Switch add blocks under to no blocks, and leave dithering as Floyd Steinberg. Playing with the image processing here can help achieve more desirable results. Now is a good point to remove some colors and simplify the palette, but this step is not necessary. Clicking the View Online button gives us a preview of the map art in block form. This is helpful if we're unsure where certain blocks are being used. We are going to download the .mpt file for now and return to Posterworld. Now we are going to use Litematica to paste the map art into our creative world. This is not an in-depth tutorial on Litematica, so links to the mod and how to install and use it are in the description. We moved the downloaded .mpt file to our schematics folder for Litematica, and now we can use a stick while pressing Ctrl plus scroll wheel, change our mode to paste, and press M to bring up the Litematica menu. Now under Load Schematic, we can see the map art we were working on. Select it and click Load Schematic. This won't exit the screen, but the blueprint will appear in the world. Exit the menu, and now with a stick, we can right click and move the schematic anywhere, or use left Alt plus scroll wheel to move it in the direction we are looking. Align the corner of the map art with the corner of our map, then execute operation. The execute operation hotkey is not bound by default, but I have mine set to the decimal on my keypad. Now that our map art is in a creative world, we can edit it to our liking. Phew, we have covered a lot of information so far, so let's take a minute to enjoy this time lapse. And if you have learned anything in this video, hit that like button and let me know. Now is a great time to talk about today's sponsor, Posterboy MC. That's right, that little guy running around on the screen wants you to know about Poster Planet. Poster Planet is a Discord server where you can hang out with other map artists, get advice, and share your creations. Link is in the description. I personally cannot wait to see what you make and share. Now that we are done editing our art in Creative, we can save the finished product. Grab a stick and switch to area selection mode. Go to one corner of the map art and left click, then go to the opposite corner and right click. Open the Litematica menu with M and select Area Editor. Let's rename it and save. The next step is to make this in survival. If we have a map art space already that we are reusing, don't forget to copy the current art and lock the copy because we will still need one unlocked. Grab a stick since we are using Litematica. Open the Litematica menu, go to Load Schematic, then select and load the schematic we want to build in survival. We need to align the blueprint, use the stick, and right-click at the top left corner. Or we can open the Configure Schematic Placement menu with Subtract on the keypad and adjust it using the Placement Origin option to get it in place. Also in this menu, under Material List, we can see all the blocks we need to collect to complete this art. The placement looks good and we know what we need, so let's go collect the material. Alright, we got all of our materials together. Now I'm going to show how to make this in under an hour with no mistakes. Open up the Litematica configuration menu and set Easy Place mode to true. By default, Easy Place is right click and the Easy Place mode toggle is divide on the keypad. Now if we grab some of our materials and right click on our blueprint, Easy Place will start placing the blocks for us. Easy Place mode won't place blocks where they don't belong, and if I grab multiple materials, Litematica will switch between blocks automatically. So just hold down right mouse button, look at the blueprint, and run around. The beauty of making map art this way is that it only takes about an hour to place all of the blocks in survival, and it doesn't matter how complex the image is. Now we are on the last method we are going to cover today. We are back on Mapart Craft and uploading a new image. This is going to be a 3x2, so adjust the map size. That's going to push the options below, so we will have to do a little bit of scrolling. Select the Posterboy palette to generate the first preview. I am using crop because this image is wider than a 3x2 ratio. We can zoom in here and even move the focus to the left, right, up, or down. This time, leave staircasing on. We may or may not use better coloring. Then let's explore dithering options. Dithering is the process of a technique used to reduce banding or other visual artifacts that can occur when an image or video is converted from a higher bit depth to a lower bit depth. Bit depth refers to the number of colors or shades that can be represented in a digital image. Basically, there are different kinds, and they change the output in their own way, so just play with the options to see which one looks the best. Image processing can help us further refine the look of the map art. Extras is just more dithering filters. Just like the last method, we are going to simplify our palette to knock off a couple of these low count blocks that can be filled in with other colors already being used. This still looks cool with only 8 colors, so now we're going to download that .mbt file and move it into our schematic folder for Litematica and return to Poster World. Load the schematic, align it, and paste it into the world. Let's fly around and grab all 6 maps and place them together. Then just like that, we have a detailed 6-map poster. But this is not survival friendly and would still take several hours to complete each map using Litmatica's Easy Place mode. So how can we recreate this and make it survival friendly? Let's see what this poster looks like flat. Turn off staircasing and we see that we lost a little detail, but mostly just the highlight. This also changed our materials, so let's play with the image and palette options to get another desirable result, but without staircasing. Now that we are happy, click Download as 1x1 split.zip. We will have to use a program like Winzip or 7-zip to open the .zip file, but then we can move them into the schematics folder like before. Now, inside Minecraft, we can load the schematics in one Mapart at a time to build them in survival. We can stack all 6 in one spot if we make a copy of the in-game map and lock the copy. This is how to make survival-friendly Mapart efficiently. If everything is prepared, each layer could be finished in under an hour, making it possible to finish a 3x2 poster like this in one day. So here are the two posters side by side. How does it look? Do you like one better than the other? Let's talk about it in the comments. Minecraft has many mods, but Axiom is a mod that is useful for a number of building techniques, but also for making map art. This tutorial is not an in-depth guide on how to use Axiom, but the installation and tutorial links are in the description. Normally, we have to break a block and replace it with 2 clicks, but if we hold down Alt and select Replace Block, then we can replace blocks with just 1 click. And we can even hold down right click while flying and replace many blocks quickly. This is Axiom's best tool for making map art. The replace block function, which allows us to replace blocks without having to break in place, makes it way easier to edit. We are out of reach of some of the blocks, so let's use another of Axiom's features, infinite reach. As the name implies, there is no limit, so be careful. This tool can be helpful when viewing map art from above. With the replace mode and infinite reach, the cursor feels more like a brush instead of manually breaking and replacing each block pixel. The dotted line is supposed to be in the middle, so let's check with F3 plus G and see that we are way off. Good time to use the move tool. Select Axiom on the hotbar. Move is the default tool. Make your selection by left-clicking on the first corner and right-clicking on the second corner that we want to select. Now we can use the scroll wheel to move the dotted line to the middle and confirm with right-click. We need to fix the hole, but replace mode is still on. Press R to toggle replace mode, and we can quickly fill in these blocks. Alternatively, we could have used a fill command. This dotted line needs to extend to the top. That's a repeating pattern, so let's use the clone tool to quickly accomplish this. With Axiom selected on the hotbar, hold Alt and scroll up to the clone tool and release. Select the corners like before, and now scroll the selection and right-click to confirm placement. We can even place multiple copies quickly. We can also use Ctrl R to rotate the selection and Ctrl Z to undo a placement. Using these features of Axiom to make map art gives us a more intuitive and user-friendly experience that greatly improves editing efficiency. This Pong map art took only 10 minutes to make. Lastly, we have a special treat for anyone who watched the video up to now. Earlier, we talked briefly about making map art in the end. But did you know there is a secret Minecraft map mechanic in the end dimension? That secret is getting exposed today. Normally, if we generate a map over the void in the end, we get an all gray map. But if we place down clear glass, then we actually get transparent pixels. So if we cover a whole map area in a sheet of glass, we actually have an invisible map, which then we can draw on to make map art with transparent backgrounds. We still have to use a command, mod, or resource pack to get invisible item frames, but we need to get Mojang to add transparent item frames to vanilla Minecraft. Somehow. Wow, thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you've enjoyed climbing this mountain of map art information as much as I have. Check the description for links and hit that like button if you learned anything. Subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Join the Discord to share your art and get featured in a video. This week I would like to feature this art of Esper by my friend Sir Ed. First of all, this is just a really cool style. It reminds me of those neon-colored scratch art papers. He did a really great job of creating smooth gradients that pop off the page. I also love the unique touch to the background with these raised blocks that bring a little texture to the negative space without taking away from the subject. Alright, poster people, tell me what you want to see next in the comments. Share your tips and tricks too. And until next time, happy mapping!